In this video, I'm going to be giving examples of similes, connascence, assonance, metaphors, and personification. So in the first line, she walks in beauty like the night. Beauty like the night is a simile because a simile is referring to the practice or drawing parallels or comparisons between two unrelated or dissimilar things, people, beings, places, or concepts. They use words such as, such, or like. So the first one is a simile because it's referring to the woman being as beautiful like the night. And the second line of cloudless climes and starry skies is an example of connascence, which is a form of alliteration, and consonance is it refers to repetition of sounds produced by consonants within a sentence or phrase. So starry skies, since they both begin with S, it's consonants. In the last line of the first stanza, we have two examples, and it starts with gaudy day denies. Gaudy day is highlighted in green. It's an example of assonance because assonance refers to the repetition of sounds produced by vowels within a sentence or phrase. So gaudy and day, they kind of sound alike with the same vowels, so it's assonance. And day denies is connascence because they both start with D. And in the next stanza, the second line is another example of assonance, the nameless grace, because the A and both of the words makes them sound the same. And in the last two sentences of the stanza, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place, is example of a metaphor, because a metaphor is one subject that is implied to be another so that to draw a comparison between their similarities and shared traits. It's a metaphor because it's comparing thoughts to people, a metaphor, and it's also a personification example because it's comparing the mind to a home, which is a dwelling place. So what's highlighted in red is the metaphor, and it's supposed to be blue for serenely sweet, which is connascence with the two consonants. And in the very last line of the poem, I have an example of personification, a heart whose love is innocent. Personification is referring to the practice of attaching human traits and characteristics with inanimate objects. So it's making the heart personified with its emotion of love.